Hello everyone, hello. This is another good day. Today I'd like to talk on another topic, and that is witchcraft in schools. And just to remember backwards, what we said is that cases of indiscipline in schools are caused by, or the sources are first the parents, not all parents of course. Source number two, the teachers. Number three, above the teachers are the education officials, Ministry of Education, I mean. And above that one, other senior government officials. And we added the religious organizations, some of the leadership in religious organizations are also sources of indiscipline. And lastly, the peers. And we said that this start from the parents and go down to the peers in order of diminishing influence. Of course, as we go ahead with this series, we will make it we'll make it very, very clear how comes the parent is the most influential as far as in discipline of the child is, and the peer with the peer pressure are the least influential in discipline in schools. As we go ahead, we'll show these things quite very, very clear. Today I want to talk on witchcraft in schools. And again, I'd like to point out that all these groups where there is drug abuse, remember it is not one or two students, they are normally in groups. And the groups normally rival each other. When it is witchcraft in schools, they are normally in groups and they rival each other. One time, a student went to a school to be interviewed for a vacancy wanted in one of the classes, one of the forms. And he was accompanied by a church elder from where he came from, not the parent. Ladies and gentlemen, teachers, fellow teachers, that should be a red flag already. The parent is available but is not accompanying the child. The child was accompanied by a church elder with good recommendation from the church that the child needs to change school because of climatic reasons. During the course of the interview by teachers, by the deputy principal and also by the principal, some things were retrieved from his pockets in a paper bag. One was a phone, another one was something else that shocked everybody. The skin of a snake. The boy was carrying the skin of a snake. And when he was asked, he said that it was for protection. He had been given that from early childhood. and he had it for quite some time. And in their village or wherever he came from, it was common practice to carry protection. And it was also supposed to give him success in the interview. We did not establish whether the parent knew about it, because when they went away with the church elder, that they would come back requesting consideration for admission, they never went back. A second case was also in another school when students went for football match, and these are very high stakes matches, especially when it comes to the regional matches which determine the teams that would go for the nationals. And a student, one of the students had a fracture, and he was taken to hospital very fast. And when they removed the shoe and the socks, inside the socks were some things which, when examined properly, the feathers of a hen, the nails from a hen, and some powdery, black powder, gray powdery things. And the student said that the night before the match, they were smuggled out of the school by some of these members of staff and taken to a witch doctor to work on them so that they would get success. And various cases of witchcraft have been there. When caning used to take place in schools very hard, in one place it was discovered students would go to a neighboring witch doctor to give them something so that if the teacher canes them, the teacher's hands would swell and become paralyzed. And these are very, very common things in some of the schools, even among the workers, rivalry among the workers, among the teachers, and so on. And these things are very much connected to even unrest in the school, because they infiltrate the students, and then they bring up a lot of indiscipline, which ends up in unrest in schools. Of course, when investigated properly, nobody asks some of those things, because authorities make a mistake of using, unfortunately, knowingly or unknowingly, the same perpetrators to be the investigators. And one must be very, very careful. Because remember, we have said that not a single group of people are to blame. It is a whole spectrum, from parents to teachers to, and then it goes on and on. That's why I was asking one question. Those who tell us, parents, talk to your children. That's good. But who will talk to the parents? Because some of them are the main sources. Who will talk to the teachers? Who will talk to the education officials? So witchcraft in school is widespread. There is no need for commissions of inquiry. Those things can be investigated quietly, and they are discovered, and they are widespread. They are all over. And they are in gangs. It's only that the outcome after violence or after serious things in the schools is when now it comes out. Then it is too late. So parents, teachers, students, witchcraft in schools is there, and it is better to be aware. Just like we have talked of drug cases, drug abuse, sale of drugs, drug peddling, those things are there, and they need to be looked into very, very carefully. I'd just like to say one thing, because I heard when the Utumishi case took place, and a journalist asked a senior official that was the school compliant as far as the regulations determining the boarding facilities, beds and room and corridors and things like that. And I was shocked to hear the official say, we are waiting for audit to be done. Waiting for audit to be done. Well, that begs a lot of questions, because unless things have changed, there is supposed to be regular inspection of schools. I think there is a Department of Quality Assurance and Standards, and the inspections are supposed to be done regularly. Reports are supposed to be written. I would have expected the official to say, who is the county director of education here? Can we have the report? Or are the reports in Jogo House? Or are the reports in which place? Or are they in the TSC headquarters? Because nowadays TSC and the ministry are running the schools together at the same time. So these are people who need to be accountable on matters of regulations governing the boarding facilities in the schools. Thank you. We'll continue next time. Good.